What's up, bro? I'm now Japanese. Today I'm gonna share with you some of the spring 2022 animes that I'm interested in. If you are thinking about what to watch the spring anime, please use this as a reference. The first is Spy Family. I think it is the most notable of the newly animated works. It is serialized in a rebel manga called Shonen Jump Plus. The summary of the story is about Roido, a spy, Yoru, an assassin, and Anya, a psychic, who become a family. Of course, they didn't fall in love and become a family. They formed a temporary family for the sake of the mission and for their own purposes. What is interesting here is that these three are hiding their identities from each other. All of the people who happen to be family members for their respective purposes were usual people. Moreover, they hide their identities from each other. The summary alone sounds very interesting. Also, this work has a very impressive record. Basically, mangas that are serialized in magazines that are better known and have a higher circulation. Also, many of them become well known and have a circulation of over 10 million when they are made into animated works. For example, the very popular Jujutsu Kaisen was serialized in a magazine in Japan, and its circulation exceeded 10 million after it was animated. However, Spy Family has exceeded 12.5 million copies in circulation, an unprecedented number for a manga serialized on the web. It's not serialized in a magazine, it's serialized on the web, and it's not even animated yet. It was also the most popular manga among men in 2020, beating out Kimetsu no Yaiba. In the Shonen Jump Plus serialized series, it has been ranked number 1 ever since the early days of the series. This is a badass piecework! Moreover, the production company for this anime is a joint production between Wit Studio and Cloverworks. Wit Studio is the company that produced Shingeki no Kyojin and Owari Zero, among others. Cloverworks is the company that produced Darling in the Franxx and Yakusoku no Neverland, among others. Let me be clear. This anime will definitely be interesting. I definitely recommend watching it. I can't wait! The second is the Summertime Render. I would like to give a summary, but I don't wanna give too many spoilers since this is a mystery piece. To briefly explain this work, it is a story about finding something suspicious in the death of the childhood friend, which was thought to be non-reaction, and unraveling this mystery. If this were all, it would be an ordinary mystery piece, but the genre of this work is a mystery, suspense, and time leap. Yes, it's a time leap work. Personally, I find many works that take place in a time leap interesting. Summertime Render also has a very good reputation for original work. I can't help but feel that this explanation is not enough to convey the charm of this work. I highly recommend watching the YouTube PV. It seriously gives me a goosebump. Seriously. Also, there are other elements in this work that I'm interested in. That is where the heroine Yuusha is wearing a school swimsuit following. School swimsuit, here I will say sukumizu in Japanese, thank you. What do people in foreign countries think of sukumizu? From my point of view, I think that sukumizu are one of the most erotic, rudeness, horny outfits, but you understand this feeling. And that's not all. Her name is Mil, the sister of the heroine. Look, her tan skin is so sexual. Heroine is wearing a sukumizu, and her sister has sensational tan skin. This anime is definitely trying to make us jack off, definitely. I'll have to watch this anime for sure. What about you? This anime will be aired in 25 episodes until the end, but I'm not sure if it will be possible to fit the story in 25 episodes. But I'm very happy that they are gonna finish the story. The star is 恋は世界征服の後で, also known as Love After World Domination. This work is about a love affair between the protagonist, a hero of justice, and the girl, the leader of a labor organization. But the public must not know about this relationship. In the front, they are five heroes of justice and leader of evil, and behind the scenes, they flirt with each other so that the world won't find out. That is the story. I don't think this anime will ever be the most interesting anime of the season. The story of this work is silly. It's silly, but in the good sense of the word. I need one anime season with these 3 stories. Also, the opening song is noteworthy. Tamura Yukari is singing. Do you know her? Tamura Yukari is the eternal 17 years old princess of Yukari Kingdom. It has already been 19 years since the Yukari Kingdom was founded. So we have no choice but to listen to this song because the princess sings it. By the way, her representative work as a voice actress is Maho Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha. Maho Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha is one of the compulsory subjects for otaku. Or I wonder if its value are more than 10 years old now. The fourth is Tate no Yuusha no Nariagari Season 2, also known as The Legend of the Shield Hero. This anime is pretty popular in Japan. Season 1 aired in 2019, so it's been 3 years. There are many other worldly fantasy anime as their stars, but it is one of the better ones. The interesting thing about its piece is that it begins with all the people hating the protagonist because of the king's trickery, and he closes out that worst situation. This is so exciting! But in first season, he is completed as revenge on the people who pushed him to the bottom. I mean, the most interesting part is over. That said, I'm very excited about season 2 because I'm curious to see how it continues. And I just have one more thing to say about this piece. Why did you run after you grown up? This is the only place I cannot tolerate this. Do you have any idea how many comments were made on the internet when Raftaria grown up saying pretty bad? Raftaria is the cutest when she's letting her bed. No human being will ever be able to deny this fact. The fifth is Honzuki no Gekokujo Season 3, also known as Sadness of a Bookworm. It ranks the top first place in the light novel ranking in 2018 and 2019. I've been waiting for a sequel to this one. Season 2 aired in 2020, so it has been 2 years. It is a common anime in which the book-loving protagonist is reincarnated in a different world and is the strongest using the modern knowledge. Of course, it comes with a setting where the amount of magical power is far greater than that of other people. It doesn't matter if the setting is common or not, as long as it is interesting. What makes it different from other works is that the protagonist is not a man but a little girl. And the voice actress for this girl is Yuusha. Yuusha is the voice actress for Index, and Araragi Tsukihi and others. Her distinctive voice fits the little girl's figure. It seems that in the season 3, the very popular part of the original will be animated. So if you watch season 2, you have no choice but to watch season 3. If you haven't even watched season 1, it's not too late. Now there's more. Gaikotsu Kishima and Shokai Shoujo no Virgin World also look very interesting. But it's a long story, so I'll leave it at that for today. Finally, here's my conclusion before the spring anime ends in 2022. You should definitely watch at least just Spy Family. I have a feeling this anime will be a masterpiece. Seriously. Also, since I know you all love Sukumizu, let's watch Summertime Render. So, please subscribe to my channel. ではまた。